Alright, here we are today. I'm going to, I was working on this yesterday. I showed you how it had fret buzz, and I wanted to fix the buzz. I talked about the fret rocker. I don't think the video was too good, but what we're going to do with the fret rocker, I don't really need it, but I'm going to show you if the guitar was on there. What we're going to do is we put this on there at straight edge, and we're going to move it. If I can see this here. Oof. We're going to just put it on the fret and we're going to tap it. And you hear that clicking noise? No clicking noise? That's perfectly, there's nothing there. So there's a high fret or a low fret. It's rocking because, I think this fret right here, this one, is causing all that. So you put it right in front of it, lay it on there, and you hit it until it's hard to do on video, but I don't hear any clicking noise. You hear that clicking noise? It's really hard on video, but you hold it flat. So basically I got a bad fret because of that clicking noise. Let's do it here, maybe you can see, but you get an idea there. Hold it flat, and we're going to put it right directly in front of the fret. And now, if a fret's high, it's going to rock. So that's how we're going to check the frets. But I got a real bad one there. Hear that clicking noise? We'll see in a second because I'm going to put the marker on there. I'm going to do all the frets. But I'll sand that one area real quick. I'm just going to zip across these with the marker. I know I make it look easy. Oh, I usually go the other way. So you don't wind up with blue on your hands. But because of the sake of video. So I don't know what happened to this. Before it was fine, and then all of a sudden the fret moved. I don't know why. It was Music Craft that made this neck in New Jersey. Nice guys over there. Used to be through Gibwani, which is Exotic Woods Company. Alright, so I'm going to start with the 220. I'm going to just check this area right here to see what's up with the blue. Let me see how my video looks here. They're right in there. Alright, I want to see, I got blue on blue, I know, but we deal with what we got. I'm going to just sand it. Oops, I hit the camera. Tiny little bit here. And see what I'm up against. So I can see that this fret here is a lot wider and the blue's still on there. And see, this one is low because the blue didn't even come off. So we're going to work that out. So all that blue's gone. Up here is okay. I'm just giving it the once over. Looking at it. This is okay. You see all the blue. Now anywhere you see blue on top of the fret, you barely touch there. So this area here is a problem. So we're going to work on that a little bit. Again, like I said before, you got to follow the radius. The fingerboard has a radius on it. We talked about that before. These are the radius gauges, so you find the right radius with this thing. It says way too wide. Hard to do when you're not looking. Alright, so you find the radius. So this one here is a 12. But when I'm rocking the block, some people will use a block that's a 12. I mean, you can do it. I've never had the reason to use it. You could use a 12 block and sand it if you want, but I wasn't taught that way. Let's do a real quick brush brush here. Just make sure that it's flat and hard down. You don't really need to support this neck because it's like touching there. If it was a through neck or set neck, I would run it up here and then I shim it up in this area here. So now I'm going to just give it a real quick, I'm going to put blue on just up here where I knew the problem was. Just to take a look to make sure. That I got everything I wanted to get. So if you have a fret, I'm going to go over real quick, but I'll do another crowning video later. I don't know if you can see, I'm not putting like any pressure. I don't want you to think I'm like pushing down on it. I'm just like, the block, it just sounds like it's doing it, but we're literally just riding it across the top. Okay, so I can see now that it's even. So we'll try the fret rocker again. Make sure I ain't got no noise. So we're not getting, I'm not picking up that chatter noise anymore. Sometimes you can check it over here or over here. But I can see because the way I did it, so I was just showing you how to use the tool. So now I got the 220, I did that with 220. I use a 320. Again, we're gonna, long strokes. Never work on one fret. Anybody ever tells you that? Walk out of the room. We're going to take it up to, I'll take it up to 1200 just because I like shiny frets. Alright, so that's my 220. I'm going to go up there with, that was 320. 220, 320, that's 400. This is called leveling. And all this is doing is getting the 320 scratches out. I mean, we had 220 scratches and 320 scratches, and now we're going to have... But again, remember, long strokes, okay? Okay, we got all that off. I taped off the fingerboard ahead of time. The reason was because it's... I don't want to... I'm going to buff the fingerboard, and also what I'm about to do, which is I'm going to use 400 on a round block. I talked about this block before. It's basically a wooden dowel or broomstick handle, felt, and then rubber, and it's nailed on. I'm going to use that. But I'm not, again, I'm not putting any pressure. I'm just, right now I'm just rounding the frets. If so that was 400. I'm going to go up to 600. See, I use this taper over and over and over again. So sometimes you'll turn it this way. You see this and this, and then sometimes I use that end. Not cheap, so. And then when we're done with that, we're going to put it in another bin, and then we use it for putting super glue and things like that on because it's wet dry. There's my 600. I'm going to do the 800, which I just had right here. Ooh, there it is. 800. And 1,000. Now, even as we went up, we had a different papers that got them from Japan. So they were different grades. We were 180, 280, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. And in this case, 1,000 here. And I showed you sometimes before. Here's my 1,200. I don't want the video to be too long, but you get the idea. So, I get all the scratches out up to that point. We're going to move the paper out of the way. That's not in the video. Move my blocks. Get them out of the video. And I just use a steel wool here. You see how nice they came up? I didn't mess up the fingerboard either, so they look nice. But wait 1 second, I'm gonna go buff it. I have a buffer over here. And there you have it. That's a you can see how nice they are. So if I did have a high, one fret was like, sometimes the one's too low and it winds up too wide. I talked about this before. They have crowning files. I don't want to take the video too long. I'm going to do a separate section on this. But if you do, what we're going to do is we crown the fret, bring it to a point, and I'll go into that later. There's a couple files you can buy. The new ones aren't that good, like the old days. This is like from the 70s. This one just goes right across. And what it's doing is it's taking the sides out, because when you're doing, you want the fret to be, you want the string to sit in the center of the fret, not the end or the other end. It's got to be dead center for the intonation. Our ears aren't that good, but we do that. Okay, so that's that video. I'm gonna put this guitar back together, and then we'll show you what the result is. 11 minutes. Ugh.